Anyways, hey, full squad. Were you like this last week?
Hey, no.
No. Wait, wasn't he here for the scary movie? Or was last week? No, the last week was us. It was like a really weird. We were both fucking dead.
Oh, it's because it's funny. I could like the people because I wasn't that positive about Scary Movie, but all of you were, and so I was just kind of like, okay, no, it's good movie.
Wait, was it that podcast?
I think it was the last one we did.
You left.
I thought they were all there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I
Brian
got
went
here too
upstairs.
late. Okay, so before this is a review, ladies and gentlemen, for the epic Steven Spielberg movie that was pitched to us, Disclosure Day. You're gonna see some mixed opinions, and you're definitely gonna see some hot takes.
Some mixed opinions.
Mix it up in a pot, baby. Oh shit! Stop doing
Age of Disclosure.
Okay.
Mixed.
So before we get into the movie, I want to say something about my experience pre-movie. So I got there a little bit late, and the wait in line was too crazy. Like I was in a line, and these people in front of me were the slowest motherfuckers in the world. Not really.
Yeah, I think we had to wait really long too. Actually,
what time did the movie start? Did it start like at
6:15 ish?
no, 6:20, 6:25.
Okay, so I barely missed anything.
No, you actually walked in like the moment it began.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like you didn't miss
Like a
anything.
couple minutes later, yeah.
Okay, wow.
And it was
I thought I missed
all the
something.
same like wrestling thing.
It really seemed like I showed up and the movie was like 15 minutes in because I was like,
Yeah.
how did they get to it definitely seemed like something already happened and then he went to a fighting match, but okay, getting ahead of ourselves. So I was in line. Now this is the thing. If you go to the movie theater and you don't get layered butter, you're getting fucked over. Always get that layered butter, even if you're going to add popcorn topping. But this is what it's been happening. They charged me $3, okay? Now they got the rules how they do layered butter. And what they do is like half and then half. So they do a layer in the middle and then a layer on top. So I've gone to 3 different places and I've asked, hey, can you do more layers? And they're always like, I got you. But they don't. Nobody knows what extra layers means. You guys understand what an extra layer means, right?
Yeah.
I guess like 3 or 4.
Yeah. But you know what everybody just does? They just put more butter on the 1 and 2 layer. So all they do is just give me like 3 more squirts in the middle, 3 more squirts on top. So then I said to this lady now, and I was like, yeah, everybody like messes it up. And she was going to do the same thing. So I was like, can you please add like another layer? Like if you're doing it in half and a half, do it at a third. And I was like, even if you want to go crazy, do it at a quarter. But she said we can't put it that low because it's going to seep through the bag. But then I said, just add another bag. But then she didn't, and she just did. She just did it in thirds. So I am looking forward to that because so many times you get layered butter and there's still dry spots. Like I'm doing it to avoid the dry spots. There's definitely big dry spots. So I say, give me those more layers. Theoretically, I would love quarters. 1 quarter, 2 quarter, 3 quarter, 4,
Someday.
5 quarter, 6 quarter, 7 quarter.
The technology is
Why
there.
do you add extra butter when you can just put butter on after?
That's popcorn topping. That's butter flavored oil. What I'm getting is actual butter.
Yeah, it's a bit different.
Okay. Is it like, I don't know.
Yeah, what he wants is like butter here, butter here, butter here in the bag at little layers, you know what I mean? So it's like there's butter layers.
See,
all
I
over.
always kind of put butter right in the side so it kind of goes deep in.
Oh,
You know what
yeah,
I would
try
used to
seep
do
it.
when I used the butter topping? I would put straws in it at different points, and then I would hammer the butter topping down it so it would follow the straw. So then I could get those different layers. But what I'm just asking is if they can do put popcorn in, a layer, put popcorn in, put more butter, put popcorn in, put more butter. But all they're doing is filling it up to half butter, then filling it up to the top butter, which still makes crazy amounts of layers. So what they were doing with the extra squirts was just like the top and the middle were just
really wet.
I feel like they're just like, oh, I don't get pay enough for this. Just like,
no, but like you should see the excitement in their face. They're like, yeah, we can do that. And they look like they're it's so funny. They look like they're like really hooking me up because I'm funny and I make them laugh. So they're like, we got you. Then they go do it and I'm just disgusted.
I'm
like, you guys don't understand layered. Like if so many people can just get butter. If you ask for butter, they just put it on top. And now I'm asking for layered butter, and I say more layers, and you think that means more squirts? Sickos. Let me tell you that. You guys are sick people. Okay, let's talk about the movie.
We just got back from seeing Disclosure Day.
Yeah, like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, about an hour ago. It took us a while to set up this table situation.
Yeah, first time we ever done this. Look at the new setup. Look at it.
I know the first pod in this
Is there a
house
train
was
nearby?
up here.
Huh?
June 14th, almost a year ago, actually. We did a first pod in this house right here.
Right on that couch.
He knows his stuff.
the dates.
We're
Yeah.
gonna fact check.
So 364 days.
364 days.
Yeah, almost a year.
So
Oh shit.
this movie is. I want to. So okay. The reviews for this movie, I want to say, are divided.
wait a year.
But
I think it's more positive.
yeah, it's like more
Go
positive.
on Twitter. All it is negative.
That's why it's basically so confusing.
Well,
But once again, I said about
Twitter's-
Twitter, not real.
Twitter's
Yeah.
because Rotten Tomatoes is like 70, and that's kind of low for. Well, then again, I think ET is like, was it 75, 74?
Love you.
So it's like it's kind of like around that area. I don't know. I guess I would say it's divided because among the reviewers I watch, half of them like it, half of them like Jeremy Johns, for instance. I think he was positive on it. He didn't
Yeah.
really like criticize it a whole lot.
Mm.
Who was the other person who hated it?
That was the Angry Joe show.
Angry Joe hated it.
But also-
they all hated it.
I think there was somebody else I watched. Oh, no.
And
I don't remember.
And Forrest
But yeah.
lowered his opinion once he watched
But
Angry Joe.
divided also in
You
as
just
another
disagree with
sample. Us, we are divided, half and half.
this is why this is why I mean forced.
Why are we like on opposite sides of the table?
This is why I mean forced in over here because the fight might break out. Just kidding.
yeah.
the
We need to
Jedi.
be separated because my
Like
fight
we-
might break
That
out.
is weird. How
We
that,
have a council. Like we're gonna try like argue. We're on opposite sides of the table.
It's debate day.
So Forrest and Brandon really like the
You all
movie a
fucking
lot,
hate me.
Mhm.
and Lexi and I think I probably dislike it the most. But he's.
You said you give it a 5. I give it a 4.
I said if
I
I'm feeling
dislike it the most.
generous, I would give it a 4. But it's only because.
Yeah.
But yeah, we can get into it.
Following trends.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I would give it a 9.0 out of 10.
well, this
I
was so
would
well.
say.
You did not
That's-
add the point 0.
Well, because some people
9.0.
some people say 9.5.
What about you?
Yeah, but you could just say
Oh,
nine.
me if I
What'd you rate it?
8.5. I guess if we're giving ratings
8.5,
right away.
9, and 2 4s over here.
I don't know
Sounds
what
like
the
we're
math is.
grading
I thought you said
Yeah.
I thought you said 5.
If I'm being generous, but
What
like,
happened?
You honestly, want to be
like-
generous.
You must be even, Steven.
I don't know.
Fuck
The
that
movie,
five.
maybe I don't know.
We got
Yeah.
a 9.0 over there and an 8.5 on the look scale. We got 2 4s over here.
9.25 out of 10.
So this movie was directed by Steven Spielberg, who has done a lot of obviously amazing movies. I feel
Really
like I'm
movies.
not the biggest fan of Spielberg and his approach to movies overall. He also never wrote the movie, by the way, just directed it, I'm pretty sure. But
No, some guy named Coep.
Oh, actually,
Co-op or
speaking
something?
of that, the guy
Yeah.
that wrote this movie also helped write Rebirth, but Jurassic Park Rebirth.
yeah,
He wrote The Mummy 2017 with Tom Cruise.
all right.
Yeah, but
And-
he has some good credits too.
He has a lot of bad. What was the other ones in Discord I mentioned? It
Yeah.
was like
Didn't he write E.T.?
I'm not
I
sure.
think I know he has some bangers.
Oh yeah, and
too.
Indiana Jones, the latest one with the
Dial
time
of
travel.
Destiny or something.
Yeah. So a lot of movies that I think a lot of people were very negative on. And I think he probably has some positives as well, but those are the
Yeah.
movies that were like, holy shit, he wrote those and then he wrote this. Oh my god. And so
okay,
red
but
flags.
also Steven Spielberg should be able to tell bad writing at this point.
yeah, it was his choice to direct it, right?
Yeah, he picked the script because he can do that. He can just pick whatever he wants to make. Nobody's stopping him.
Yeah,
and,
and he couldn't tell because it was good.
and did you guys
Yeah,
see
I was gonna say, I was like, the writing was really good. I don't know.
No,
That's true. Yeah, that depends on how you view
The
it. I
writing
guess.
was good at points. Sometimes so bad.
This is why we're sitting over here because the fight might break out.
To me, I think a lot of the little things like
big thing.
to argue about, like I just like it's stuff you just. I feel like you got to overlook in the story because there's so many things that are not realistic about it a lot.
Yeah, I
and
think-
it's like it's not the
No,
point of the
but-
movie.
Because like realistic is no. This movie is going for the Oscar stuff, so you have to judge it like that. This movie's trying to go for awards. You can tell. And then fucking, it's not the
Somewhat.
fun scale. I can't rate it on the fun scale. This movie
yeah.
takes itself seriously, and then it fucking doesn't to a point that's irritating.
like
They love and thunder.
if you're not wooed with the emotion of it all, you're gonna start seeing the plot holes and the believability issues. I think there's a message in the movie. If you're not on board with that message, the movie's not gonna work for you.
If you don't have empathy,
Yeah, that's all about empathy. And
to
like
me, it's all about trust and acceptance.
but for me, I was looking at the world and I was like, how does that make sense? How does that mean? Doesn't make sense. Like there's issues everywhere, but I should have been like, oh, like look, when she's talking to somebody, it's like, oh I should feel emotional too. As I did not.
see,
It was fun.
I think that to me that it was just very much like a movie about. I mean, with looking back at it now, you just had two characters who were involved in this alien experience years ago that were, I guess, Coleman Domingo's character. I don't know who he was playing. Oh, Hugo or whatever.
Hugo Strange.
Which is kind of a funny, I think, Easter egg to. What, is that the character's name? Hugo in like the movie Tintin. I swear there's a character named Hugo in that movie.
Maybe.
Isn't Hugo Bart's evil twin?
That's true.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
reference to
Yeah, maybe that name-
Hugo and
far as
Tintin.
Wasn't
I don't
that
think so.
the guy on the boat? I don't know. I'm not familiar with
No, that was
Tintin.
Captain Shab.
or maybe I'm thinking of Hugo Weaving, and he was in that movie. I don't know. There's a reference. Hugo
really
somewhere. Like, there's
Maybe I'm thinking about the actor. That's the reference.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was just my only criticisms I would say of the movie are really just like I wanted to know more about the state of the world and how the government and around the world was more reacting to things. It was a lot of a chase thing, which I was okay with.
I was okay the first time.
And yeah, I don't know.
I didn't need 2 chases.
Yeah.
What about you?
This movie's about like human connection, I feel like. That's why I liked it, because it's like
Not alien.
Yeah.
no, because they show things like animals and that kind of like that warms our heart kind of thing. You know.
well,
Animals.
because
Yeah, I
it's
get
because
Brings up everything but
it's
humans.
because the aliens are using the animals to show empathy, because humans will be more empathetic with animals more than humans most of the time. But I get
They should
that.
have thought of that in the first place.
No, that's
They
not
just gotta-
see, that's one of these parts that is so dumb. The way that they explain the animals is so fucking stupid.
I feel like it's his
Why do
trailer
they
shot.
why do they appear as animals? Oh, it's because they said something that it makes us calm, the animals.
Yeah.
Do you know how dumb that is? That they stuck a caribou in this little girl's room with a raccoon, and now I'm supposed to be if I'm a kid and a huge fucking caribou shows up in my room with a fucking raccoon,
You'll be screaming.
I'd
yeah.
be so scared.
See, I don't know. I think if I saw random people or an alien in there, I'd be fucked up. Where I feel like
Okay,
if you're
well-
seeing these, like,
Yeah, use all birds then.
which
Birds
I think,
are cute. Why'd you pick a fucking caribou?
because I think that's what they're viewing, like these like forest creatures or this and that, as like these beautiful, like enchanted
But also, it didn't
creatures.
really work
And
because what was the nerd's name? What was his name?
Oh yeah, he was screaming, crying.
The kid was like, "Oh, I'm so scared." Like, with
Wait,
it
who?
didn't work.
Jason, Jared. His name started with a J.
Which
main
kid?
character guy?
The main character nerd guy that
He knows the math.
What was his name?
oh,
Kleiner? I think it's Kleiner.
Oh, Jared Kushner.
No, it's Kleiner, I think.
No, I was.
yeah. Well,
Um,
he was just more just
but, like-
worried about the aliens because they're there, and he just like don't get in contact with them. I think
No, he was screaming the whole time.
Yeah, so
I don't know.
we
but
were
also,
saying
okay,
her
here's the thing.
experience was the same
Yeah.
as his experience, but he was
you
screaming.
brought up something, and yeah, I don't think it does make sense. I don't think Kleiner was necessary because
Wasn't.
they established in the trailer that you see, like Emily Blunt's character, that she can speak the alien language. She can speak it. So why is the guy necessary then?
Yeah, this is weird.
I
to
thought
me,
it
'cause
was a
this-
translator, but
Yeah, he was supposed to be able to know math at a crazy extent, but that math also translated the language.
Oh,
So
no.
they built up a big thing that he is the translator and he knows aliens,
Yeah.
but she knows people. But then she was doing stuff where she was speaking the alien language. That's
Yeah.
like, okay, so, and that she was saying she was speaking English. So then that means that she understands it as English like he does.
exactly. So
I think it's not entire. I don't think his
think-
abilities are as strong,
No,
or
why
her
have
abilities
him-
as strong as him.
that's why I hated
Oh,
it,
yeah.
because the math thing, like, okay, at one point she's speaking and he hears her over the news. The big thing, she's saying this alien language over the news and he thinks it's English. He hears it as clear as English.
Yeah.
So then it's like, whatever. And it was so stupid. It was like, the line didn't matter. It was like, be brave or some shit like that. And then later, he translates again, but
Oh.
we don't even know what the fuck he said.
Yeah.
And then, biggest plot convenience. His whole reason to have the power of math is so that he can hack the news station. That's all it was. That's why he had that power in the movie, for the plot, so that he could use the thing to hack into all the fucking things and make all the It was so dumb. To
Well,
me.
no, because think about it. Like, she couldn't understand what they were saying. She thought she was just speaking English. She had no idea what she was speaking.
well, I
She
think,
had
Yeah,
no
I did
idea.
that with other languages.
I think it
Yeah,
adds
like
confusion. I don't think you should have had that her speaking
No.
alien language at all.
Not
Like,
not
she
at all.
was speaking-
It just confuses everything.
Like, to me, she was speaking just any language. It was like, it didn't matter what it was, aliens, Russian, anything. She couldn't understand it, so she
if
could
she's
never
supposed to
communicate
be
with
Why
the
is she
alien.
the human connection.
Yeah, if she's the
speaking
vessel
alien?
for empathy, then
But-
why give her any amount of language control? That should be all the guy.
Yeah.
because he speaks the language of mathematics,
They
which is the
said
language of the universe.
100% he's the alien connection. She
That's-
should have not spoken
And she's
that
the
language
human
at all.
connection, right? So why is she speaking alien? That doesn't get that shit out. It doesn't make any sense.
No, I think it's just the alien to me is like, because he spoke to alien. Like to me, that's at the end of the movie. That's really the whole point. I feel like. It's
Yeah,
ju-
but she speaks it first to the world. And then he says he sees it and he's like, "You hear this?
Also,
It's English to me."
I don't think. I think near the end-
although wait, she also didn't know what it said. I'm pretty sure that guy had to repeat it.
No, she said she was speaking English.
Yeah, but she didn't know what the hell it was saying, or she was
Because
saying.
when she spoke Russian, she's like, "What are you talking about? I spoke English to you."
So
And
I
the
think
same
it's
thing would
like,
be with the alien.
because I think if the alien spoke to her, she could not understand it. It's like no way. That's
She
why
can
they.
speak it though.
they were trying to do
Well,
a
she didn't know,
dynamic,
though.
and I don't think it was totally necessary.
I think it was they're both together as like it was a union of the two.
Yeah, but it was
That worked.
why does she speak the language when she's not
Well, like
supposed to?
that had to be a reason for them to get together.
Yeah,
Even throughout
that's
the
what I'm
movie?
thinking, is that
Yeah,
that
but
is-
they could have a connection like that
Mm.
because they're the people that had these powers. His powers were just so shittier to hers. We only
Yeah.
saw him use a translation thing twice. One we couldn't understand. The other one did fucking matter. And they gave him the power of math because at the end they had him code at the fucking news station. That is such a convenience.
Like I would agree her powers are better. She's more seen as like the god in a lot of things.
She-
It's
she
hard
can-
to even see like anything religious.
She read
with
your
it, like,
minds
you
and
can just-
everything.
I know, but
But I don't know.
it's they made him do one thing with the power.
Also,
And that was
spoilers.
hack the fucking news. So I'm gonna go to the beginning to say my first issue with the movie.
cartoon.
And that's Wyatt Russell's character. Because everybody else in that movie at that point, total drama. Emily Blunt's taken as a drama, but for some reason, Wyatt Russell is in a Marvel style comedy. All he's doing is cutting weird jokes to make the audience laugh the entire time. What the fuck was with driving over the phone? And they didn't even have to do it! If she leaves the phone, they can't track her. What was the point of driving over it 4 times?
See, I think that was fine. I
I feel like that's how women.
No, but the whole movie's dramatic, and then that's this weird, funny part.
was gonna say though, that's not necessarily Spielberg's style. It's always he does have a lot of these comedic moments.
Yeah,
These
if you watch-
these lighthearted moments within
No,
dramatic.
but the tone is off.
if you watch
Because,
Third Kind,
Especially
Third
since
Kind?
they drop
If you watch that
Wyatt
movie, there's
Russell
humor
after
in
a
there.
certain time,
Yeah.
and then they don't bring any of the comedy back, except for these big points when it's supposed to be dramatic.
I just think Spielberg does have an issue with like awkward comedy. This movie has a ton of stuff there where it's like it should be funny, but I'm not sure. Like nobody's laughing, but like there's like cartoon moments where they're just
Yeah,
falling over, all silly. They're like tripping over themselves.
especially since
and-
the
Maybe-
jokes are so far
Maybe that's
from each
normal.
other. And then it's okay. The biggest point is if there's a subtle joke, fine. That slapstick comedy shit that he just brought up, you didn't have anything. It's all drama. It's all building up. And then the most ridiculous fucking in-your-face comedy thing of all time. People running into shit. Oh! And then they run into invisible
yeah,
things. Oh!
there's a moment where what's her character's name? Margaret uses the alien device to make a whole like area invisible, a
invisible,
house,
yeah.
Yeah.
everybody in it, like 20 people. And so the agents, the goofy Team Rocket agents, start running in there, and they're tripping over stuff, and like they see that they're tripping over, but the guys behind them keep running forward, and they keep tripping over stuff, and it's getting silly because they're acting like a Charlie Chaplin movie.
See, I really don't view. I really view it like it was just they're obviously trying to get somewhere, but they're just
It's
and
Yeah, but you're
there's
forgiving
that.
stuff that...
It's-
I'm not though. Like,
it's
I
very
think,
like the situation is very
Okay.
urgent though.
I think the thing is, I think you two are really viewing it like this was a dramatic like
yeah,
movie.
most of it was.
Yeah, but it's not like a full like there is. If you know Spielberg's movies,
I do.
they're like that. Almost every movie are like
Yeah,
that.
but E.T. was consistent. It had this shit throughout.
Well,
This
this
had
one-
long breaks, and it's all drama. And then the comedy was so like front and center to where that could just be a comedy thing with Kevin
Like,
James.
maybe
and
it
Adam
was
Sandler.
secondhand embarrassment, but I didn't like when Emily Blunt was like when she first started speaking Russian. I was very much like, this is hokey. This is a little cringy. Like because maybe it was the way the
she needs an
directing
Oscar.
style,
Honestly, she needs an Oscar.
Oh yeah, her performance was fucking
Yeah.
great.
and then it just
Yeah.
she kept speaking. That whole beginning of the movie where she kept speaking different languages, kept like,
Oh.
I don't know why I'm doing this. I don't know what was going on. I don't know why I'm
And
doing
the part
this.
she was screaming like in pain, I guess, whatever. Like, man, that's good acting.
Yeah, I thought she was great. Wyatt also,
Oh, yeah, see, that was
was
the
she
Oscar
actually
scene.
speaking? If she does, fucking good accents. I'll say that.
Yeah. I
But
am.
yeah, like I said, Wyatt Russell, the entire part that he's in it, except for the very end, when he says like the goodbye to her, that's the one point where he's being dramatic. Up to that, he's just doing Marvel style comedy, and then they kick him out, and then
Yeah.
there's such long periods where it's all dramatic, and then like I said, then it's a comedy moment that it's like that's what they're focusing on, and it's just so 100% like that's so bad. The guy runs into the door, and then he like sticks to it, and then he falls with the door really slowly. That's such a fucking Doc Bugs Bunny thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I liked it. It wasn't
Yeah?
anything to me. I don't view it as a bad thing. It was like,
So they also bring up religious stuff with this, and
yeah,
But
that
it
was
was awesome until it sucked.
to me. I don't know. I had no
they
issue.
they didn't address like other religions. Like certain religions out there definitely would not accept aliens, and they would
So
react harshly.
Well, I think with
they only
that,
address Christianity in this movie.
That's the main.
I think it was
the main
because it
religion.
was more the main.
Yeah.
There's also, you could
religions
say it's an
there.
American movie, so it's
Yeah,
like, of course,
I
it's
was
only
gonna
going to
say
talk about
it's-
Christianity, right?
okay, but I want to hear why it was awesome to you guys.
The religion stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because for me, it was great. I
Oh,
loved the whole explanation,
Shoehorned in.
but the explanation at the end ruined it.
I like the
Because
Which
all
was
it
that?
was that she didn't know the fucking Bible verse correctly.
I have an issue with that scene.
So dumb.
Because
With
the
what?
nun, the
Because-
old lady nun, for some reason had the context of aliens. So why did she correct them with Earth and then like follow it up with, of course, there's aliens out there. I feel like they had to establish that alien context in that conversation.
The whole reason this woman was saying no, and that's why her whole defense was no, we can't say this because it means God isn't real. It can't, because you know why? Because he said that we're the supreme beings and there can't be anybody else on these planets because that means that we're not, because they're more superior to us. And then at the end of the movie, she calls her fucking better nun and she says, yeah, but the verse is the most supreme beings on earth. And then it's
Yeah,
like,
no, I like
supposed
that.
to be mind fucking blown. So her whole plot in this movie is just that she's an idiot.
No, I think
Yeah.
there's like two things of that. One, I think that's a very, I feel like, common reveal people would have. If
Yeah.
you just don't. And I also think on that too, that's more of a messaging on
Because if
or you can go.
oh,
Oh no, like for people to accept that aliens can be real and doesn't have to be like a God can still exist. This
Exactly.
and that.
Yeah, that's fine, but the
I
explanation,
still think religion would come into
like you
place
could
if
do that
films were
whole
really real.
theme, but your explanation to her overreacting is that she got the verse wrong. And
Which
that's her
I-
whole thing, like, oh, I gotta stop them because they can't know and they play this
they're just trying
wishy-washy
to
thing.
address the how does religion comprehend the existence of aliens, and it's like
Which
they
is-
just have to
which is
adapt and
cool.
stuff. But here's the thing: like a lot of religions can't adapt like that. They don't have their Earth line. So how about we address something that's like
I think
not
it was just the
Christianity,
messaging there in that moment, just to be like, I think that's the
Well,
point.
I can
That's
also-
why
like-
I didn't have an issue.
Yeah,
with
like
it,
it was
really.
towards the end of the movie. Wait, sure about the break? Are
That's
No.
what it matters the most.
you sure?
But okay,
Yeah, it's not.
Wait, anyway, I just felt something.
so
No, it's
why
cool.
is that smart then? Why doing that is smart? Why is the Bible verse was wrong? And that was her whole motivation.
See, here's
smart.
I think
Sucks.
I think Jane, which is the previous nun character, like the young nun, whatever.
Oh yeah.
Young-
She maybe the religious one should have been the mathematician instead, because she felt shoehorned in and not necessary in the movie. Like, get rid of her, and then like make the religious person the Kleiner character, or maybe Jane, or no, whatever, Margaret.
I will say
Oh.
she did make sense until that line. Then it's like she was just causing problems for
Yeah.
absolutely nothing because she didn't even research the line that she was basing this all upon.
Also, the old guy, the old like evil Team Rocket looking guy, he didn't use his powers on the old nun, which he knows is hanging out with the Jane character.
Mm.
And that he could have found out, because like remember there's a scene where Jane runs off with the alien artifact and then she just holds on to it till the end of the movie. You could have found out where the fuck she was using like a variety. It could have controlled so many people.
Well, the thing is, you couldn't really do it because it was killing you.
Also,
So it
though,
was like,
Yeah, but he did a lot.
but remember
Yeah,
that
he was deteriorating throughout the
there's
movie.
12 agents that disappear from this agency. Why not use your powers or even give it to somebody else to use the powers to like find them. She only does it once two of them walk into the room when he's talking. This is where you left when he's talking to the the fuck's his name?
Well, it's because
Hugo or whatever.
I think like no one else could really
Like, he
harness the
could've done
power.
He could have done it to any of them and found exactly where Hugo was.
Because like they mentioned in the beginning of the movie, every time you do it, you can
It's a big
like, you
problem.
almost die from doing it.
But he uses like 20
you know what?
times.
That is a lot dumber. It should like
Like
That's a
for
problem with
him
MacGuffins.
to use it
yeah.
doesn't make sense to me because it feels like a thing the alien people should only be able to do. Like the two.
Like that is something throughout the movie. I feel like they use it too much. Where it's
Also,
just
Yeah,
say
it's a
they
big plot
reverse.
convenience.
Yeah, because literally it's willpower. It does whatever you want it to do. So that's a MacGuffin. It's like it could do anything. The Deus Ex Machina or whatever. Just
yeah.
whatever you need. Go invisible, teleport, or whatever the fuck that happened to that guy, or just
Yeah.
mind travel when you're looking at a picture, which is fine. I'm okay with that stuff. But
Yeah, like I
they
don't
also
have an
mentioned
issue
they
with
reverse
that.
engineered a bunch of alien technology, but we only see the weird spheres.
Not
What was
only
the other
that,
stuff?
establishing that it kills him slowly, and then not doing anything.
Or
with
he
it.
not even might as well kill him at the end. That's why.
Yeah.
Why
Well,
does he, instead of giving up and being like, "All right, do it, whatever."
There was a couple of times where he needed to be on like a ventilator, and then there was that
Yeah, but that
other,
was during it.
and then there's that one time where he had to. Look, I know there's moments where like he was like hurt by it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they showed that when he was like doing it, but then he was everywhere in the car. He was always with them.
I think
He was never
towards
slowed
the end of the like, I can't remember where it was. I feel like I don't know.
He was
Maybe-
there at the end.
Maybe that's why I interpreted why he sat down. It was
That would
just
be a good reason
just a lot.
because like right now it's just like you tried so hard and you gave up at the end, being like, all right, fucking just tell everybody.
But-
Which you could have given a reason as him like his health failed, but instead he's like,
He's just tired. I
what's
guess.
funny about that scene is like, no, let her like leave her alone.
I
That's what he
thought-
says, and then all the agents in
Yeah.
the room kind of go like, well, okay.
Not only
And
that,
they all walk away.
I thought that was a powerful moment, honestly.
yeah,
That's
but not
so
only
cartoony.
yeah, but
Yeah.
we don't know any of his motivation for it. So what's the point?
his motivation. He says it's just to like keep.
no, I know
'cause it
why
would wreck
he's
the world.
keeping it away.
Yeah.
But why did he just all of a sudden leave it?
Because
Well,
that can,
she
because
was
that
just
can,
too powerful. Like there's
Yeah.
nothing stop. Like if at that
All
point,
she did was turn on the TVs. They could have shot her.
Yeah, they could have shot her. They could have. That guy that was even more passionate about the situation.
I don't know if that there was a
I just
lot
felt like
in
that moment was important.
They all had guns.
It was just like it was
Also,
some.
is he the only one in charge of the agency? Does he not have higher ups or like what's going on? Like,
Yeah, like
that's so weird.
That's some of my criticisms with it. Is I just feel like I'm like the government or whatever it was should have had like
they also
there should have been more of it. Or I
Oh
don't
yeah,
know.
they said. Well, that was I understand that point because they explained that.
It's like
They
an
said
agency.
like the president and that shouldn't matter because he's out every 8 years. He's not always
Yeah.
on. This.
Yeah.
So that's why it was up to them. And I was like, okay, that's a good
They
explanation.
hand waved away AI. They said like, no, these are true pixels. I was at the very end.
Yeah.
But I feel like people like we see AI videos all the time. We if we saw this shit, we wouldn't start crying. We'd be like, this is some weird AI.
See, but
Even
also,
if it's on airing on CNN, we'd still be like,
that would
this is
ruin,
fake.
that would honestly ruin the movie though. If we're saying that, that's probably fake. It ruined the emotion of the ending.
Well, I
That's
saw
fake,
that they were
yeah.
doing scans and things would be like green or whatever, and it was like, oh, this is not AI.
yeah, that's real shit. You can do that. AI check.
And this is where we kind of disagree on is like for me, a lot of people were crying, especially when like they show it to the Jane character, the young nun, and she just starts crying. Oh yeah, there's a funny scene with that too. But there's a scene where she starts crying, and
That's
maybe I'm
what
a heartless
happened.
bastard. But like, if I saw that, I'd be like, "What is this? Is this real? What is this?" I wouldn't start like tearing up a little bit.
Well, if you
no, it was way over.
wait, but when
it also happened at the end with the news reporter.
but when she saw it, it was also like she had the context of this is like real. It's not fake because
But
she
you're, like I don't know if like you have to imagine like a fantasy Spielberg world because like that news reporter at the very end where she's like narrating all this stuff, she starts crying pretty quickly when she sees the alien on a stretcher, and it's like, would she know that's a real video or should she be like, is this a joke? Like,
But it's such a powerful
well,
moment.
she did say that.
and with
She was
like
questioning
that would
but, like,
definitely.
like crying. I don't know.
No,
I just don't buy the
That's what
crying. There's so
this
much
is
crying
why-
in this.
Yeah, he's right on this part, and I don't understand it. I feel like if they came out tomorrow, aliens are real.
yeah.
Everybody would just be, yeah, knew it. Like that. Like, have you seen when they post new shit and they're releasing UFO files and
See,
shit like that?
I-
Everybody on Twitter was just like, yeah, knew it.
See, I don't. I think some people would, but I do think I know a lot of people get really emotional about that kind of stuff
Oh, yeah.
because it's like
think
Dumb people.
because
No,
I know
no,
so many
people
people
would.
that believe and like meaning of life, meaning of this, meaning of all of this stuff. You're seeing something here that is like, oh, this is something that's so much bigger than us. And there's so many things that I can see. I see people getting very emotional about that. Like that's
so many times, like when people were gonna release the UFO files, they're like, they were like, okay, if they're gonna be, they're real.
But it's
not
not
some people.
It's just some. Yeah.
I don't know.
I feel like we would
I don't
be
know. I
shit
don't
talking in
think it's-
Discord like, bro, did you see this? That's crazy. We wouldn't be like a crying video
Like, because
FaceTiming each other.
No, I would
what's
have
the
a separate
issue?
reaction from, like, I would say it to you guys. No, I could. If that happened, if they said we were watching like real UFO footage, like,
Yeah, but what's the issue? Like, I'm like, they haven't done anything. They're not hurting anybody. Who gives a fuck?
well,
Okay.
they were hurting there and they were like dead.
Yeah, they were dead, but they're not hurting anybody. Like, there's no thing where UFOs are trying to kill all of us. If they showed up at one point in the 70s,
No, it was the humans.
no, I know, but that's the thing. They're not.
There's something
like,
going
trying
on
to
there
kill us.
because like people see dead bodies a lot on air and like the anchors aren't crying. Like there's got to be a whole
Yeah,
lot
but
of like,
it's a big
motivation for
moment though.
aliens and
Alien
stuff.
reveal, like it's a
I
big
feel like
moment.
yeah,
It's not. It's not like.
I know, but like, and I don't think it's that big of a reaction for most people. I really don't. I think
Okay.
it's like, okay, they showed up in the 70s and they were nice and they haven't attacked us or tried to mass murder us. What's the issue? It's like, okay.
There was
And I don't think
I
more
don't know.
people would question shit or like their lives because it's like, yeah, there's a big galaxy
This
out
is
there.
where I would say with the difference between you two and us is
YouTube.
we're not religious or anything, but I'd say you guys are much like I think I'd say we're all not religious, but I think you guys are way more not religious than we would be religious. If that
Wait,
makes
but
sense.
Why would that shock anything about religion? Doesn't make sense.
I don't know. Like if CNN started showing aliens, I'd be surprised, but I would not be like tearing up.
I think I would act. I think I would tear
shut.
up
Yeah.
Why?
because I think it would be like
It's a powerful humanity moment.
it's just
powerful.
like
I just don't
holy
believe
shit,
it.
what is out there? Like
Yeah, but I already. I think it's naive not to think that. There's definitely stuff out there. It's a huge fucking galaxy.
but
So-
it's just now it's
out there.
real.
Okay, there was a funny moment though. So when Kleiner is showing his girlfriend Jane these videos, and you see these aliens coming out like they're getting put on stretchers, she starts tearing up. Of course, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
And she says something like, "Are these children?" And it's like it's a fucking alien, bro. You can
And then
see
he
it.
says no, and
I
then
was-
she's like, adults?
Are these adults? And then like, are these humans?
Yeah.
Are these
No.
not human? Like it's so the dialogue there
What's
is
funny?
ass.
I think
No,
we were
but that's a funny moment
no,
though.
we were the only ones
It
that.
wasn't supposed to be taken as funny. It was a serious moment.
See,
Are
that's
these
what's
children
funny about
was
that
funny,
moment.
though.
Is
That
like
was
I laughed because I thought it was just a funny line. Like I was like, "What the fuck?"
I know, it's
But-
just, they're clearly not.
I think we're the only ones that laughed, and the
yeah,
woman
I
beside me seemed so fucking annoyed, and I was trying to contain my laughter. I was like this, and I hear Brandon trying to not
hilarious.
laugh, and I'm like, "Fuck."
Like, how dumb are you? Like,
I know, that's
that
what I was
girl
like,
was
you
so dumb in that movie.
You're really stupid.
Like, are those children? I'm like, they're not fucking children.
Giant big head.
Jesus.
Like, holy fuck.
But then it was hilarious later because in there, which I also had a problem with, showed way too much alien footage at the end. Way too long.
Oh no.
They had to keep
I love
cutting
it.
back and forth
No, I was
between her.
I was invested.
To me, that was, like,
I
the
was
best part of
interested.
the movie.
Honestly,
Yeah, but they weren't
I kinda
crazy. They
No,
didn't do shit.
they were. I was interested.
It was like alien dead. They're picking it up with a shovel, which I also thought was funny.
That's
Two
how-
shovels.
That's how it actually looked, honestly. Like,
Yeah, I feel like it would just be a lot of these recorded videos of
It
like,
would-
oh,
it would
this-
look like
like
Yeah,
that.
but you
Yeah.
get
talked
the
about
point at that
Roswell, we
point.
talked about
Why are we
this.
lingering on it?
Honestly,
because it's fascinating.
the most of the
Yeah, but it's
movie
not-
was boring to me. The ending was
world
the best
movie.
part of the movie. I liked all the alien footage. Everything beside that, I was just like, let's get going a little bit.
At that point, I was like, let's get going because it's not doing anything. Once the world sees it, yeah, you get the point. So move on. Get to the point of the story.
Also, they blue ball you at the end. The alien that they have, the live alien, finally talks, and they get a message, and then she just says, "Listen," and then it cuts
See,
to
but
credits, and
but
it's
that's
like,
not that's not blue ball. No, that is the point of the movie.
but I want to hear it.
No,
Like, I want
that's-
to hear like the message.
See,
Of,
but
is it
to
a
me,
message of
to me,
unity?
I feel like that just means that you didn't get the message of
because I don't
empathy.
care
What
about
is it then?
empathy
That's empathy.
because it's lame.
The message that the alien is trying to give to us is we need to listen. We should be more empathetic around the world to
Yeah,
have more world
exactly.
peace.
I want it to be like they wanted to actually
Well,
rule
why
us.
would he be saying that?
I'm not. That's
I don't understand why it's empathetic. We have to be
Because-
sad for other people?
No, because first
Feel
of all,
their feelings? What?
I think it was a message on the state of the world right now with Trump and all this
I
crazy
think
shit happening.
Spielberg believes
how-
that people can't handle aliens. I think people can. I think if aliens want to be known in the Spielberg world, just land your ship somewhere and say hello. And then, like, you know what I mean? Like, why are you like, let's be very careful, eggshells?
Well, there is such a belief, I'd say now, how much would the existence, like the confirmation in the world, change the world. I feel like the world is slowly moving in a direction where I think people more believe it.
Here's the thing.
But there's a lot of people who still...
They established that World War III is happening.
Yeah.
If they suggested, which is random as fuck in the movie,
really
but here's the thing: if they could have tied that random ass plot thing in by saying like aliens will unite us because we'll all have a shared common empathy, but they cut the credits.
Yeah, well, I think it was a powerful message to be like, listen, and then you gotta think that's what it is: empathy. Just listen to the other person. Listen to.
That's not the message. Though.
That is, if everyone listens.
I think a lot of people aren't going to listen. Does their power transmit through TV? Or though, I mean, like the
yeah, but
her
I'm
whole
pretty
thing.
sure.
I don't know why they needed her as an empathetic human translator when like most people aren't gonna. They're going to get translators for her to understand her in Japanese and Korean and Chinese.
Well, no, I think that was just more for that. She was the one chosen to send that message from the alien.
Why though?
I don't know. A lot
it's
of
just a random event. I don't know. They found a random person.
There's a funny scene because we cast comes in the beginning and end. There's a funny scene where they're trying to escape and they're driving a car, and then like they plan for the car to go off the edge, and then they hide in the bush nearby. And again, like I feel like the agents can see them.
Yeah.
Like I feel like they can see their head poking out.
5 feet.
But also,
probably.
I laughed because all the agents like line up at the end of the cliff, and all in sequence they're saying they fell over, they're over there, they fell down, they fell over there, like all at once, like they're cartoon characters, and then they walk away. They're not like spread out. Or
Those
whatever
soldiers, I swear, they were just written like that. Like they were all, and they shouldn't be. There's no reason. Okay, if they were doing the car chase thing, give the guy a lot bigger head start. There's a point where they're supposed to be killing him. He's running to the house. There's an agent just behind him. And for some reason, like trying to hug him.
That one guy really fucked up. That one agent that was in front in his car flipped and blocked everybody. Yeah. Like it went right here and no car could pass.
That is like a Spielberg thing. No, I'm thinking of E.T. I'm thinking of a lot of the escape scenes and stuff.
Yes,
it's all the same thing.
The kid flew in a bicycle. That's way better than this.
Well, that's the very ending. But like, there was stuff way before too. Is very similar.
These are like the highest of trained men in cars, and which they train for. Trained drivers, and they can't outrun. They can't catch this guy. Like I said, give him a bigger head start.
Yeah.
So that the car he can get away. They were right there, and somehow he's out driving them, and then he runs into a house, gets out. They're right there, and the guy's literally right behind him. He doesn't shoot him.
Also, there's a scene.
Yeah, there's a lot of things like that.
Remember the first scene where he gets into the black car?
Yeah.
That fucking agent was looking at him. He was standing where Brandon is to me behind the car.
Yeah.
His head was pointing in this direction. And this guy was like sneaking away. But like, that's where I'm like, the directing is weird here, where it's like, you could have angled this differently. So it looks like he can't see you sneaking around.
Yeah. Like, I feel like that stuff you just kind of have to overlook. Like it's definitely,
Why?
well, I'm not saying overlook. Like it's an issue. That's why I'm not like, those are my issues with
Like,
the movie. That's why I'm not rating it like a 10.
Spielbergisms or whatever. Like,
Yeah. Like that's what, because I just watched E.T. E.T. is very, like when they're escaping, I don't know, was that a lab or whatever the hell they were? It's a lot of very similar things.
But E.T. is a fun movie, fun scale. You can overlook these things.
Well, it also goes serious sometimes, but that is more of a children's movie, if anything.
Yeah, it's a lot warm-hearted and stuff. This is a drama.
There's something that Margaret, the main character, does a lot in this movie, and that's she'll look at your eyes and she can almost like, it's almost like she is you. She sees your past, your concerns.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then like she starts talking to you like, tell Billy the truth, he'll understand, or some shit like that.
She sees your thoughts, your trouble.
But like, here's the thing, and every single person she does this with has their same reaction of like, oh my god, you're right. And then some of them actually start believing she's a religious, like a god, which is crazy at the end. But like my reaction would be like, if somebody went to me and started saying that, I'd be like, how the fuck do you know any of this? Like that, I feel that's a more realistic reaction. It'd be like, not like, oh my god, I should take your advice about like the stock market. No, it should be like, what are you talking about? How do you know like who Stephanie is?
Yeah, I think stalker right away.
Yeah, I'd be like, who are you? How did you talk to my wife? You know what I mean? Like,
no, I honestly thought that was fine because the message there was more about she was just seen as it was like taking the current reality that we're all living in, where this shit's not real. You think about how this has to be realistic, this and that, and then she does this, and you're just like, what is going on? Like, I don't understand. And it breaks that barrier that I feel like a lot of the world has. I don't know. To me, I feel like what they did in that moment, like, I know not everyone looked at her eyes, but
Yeah, they actually have a line later where it's like, don't look at her eyes. Like,
See?
she has power.
Now,
like-
this is an inconsistency I don't like with her powers. She has to look into people's eyes, but all of a sudden, she knows what's going on and Jared's going to be caught for whatever fucking reason.
That's true. She has
Why
like
is
this,
her power so far away?
she has a connection to him specifically.
She has crazy psychic powers.
Yeah,
in
but
this.
she knows that they're coming after him. Why? How does she know that?
Like, that's the thing. Is like, it's kind of like Spielberg's whispering in her ear what to do next. That's kind of what and then she's just like, oh, we got to go north. No, wait, east. He's over there.
Another thing that I thought was hilarious. So they have this girl, Jane, and there's the guy, Jason. She finds out he's like working for an FBI agency and they're after him. And then they go to like the nun's house or whatever. So then they're upstairs. And for some reason, he's freaking out that she didn't tell him that she's a nun for whatever reason. And he's got a big deal with this. And then she's like, well, you didn't tell me you worked for the FBI and are on the run. And he's like, oh, shit, I didn't. Good point. And then all of a sudden, he's like, and I have to tell you something. She's like, what? And then he's like, 7 years ago, I got arrested for cybersecurity attack. And then she's like, she looked so sad. It was worse than murder.
That comedy there worked for me. I thought that was funny. That was, I think, totally correct.
Yeah, I thought he was kind of laughing
Wait,
about
I
it.
didn't think that was a serious scene. It was dramatic.
No,
She was
like,
crying.
I
No,
think that
he was
before
laughing
that-
a bit. Like, he was
before
kind of
that-
joking about, like, oh, you didn't tell me you're a nun or something like that.
Yeah. Like, he was just like, oh, you being a nun
She
is
started
more
crying when he was talking about the cybersecurity.
That was after the comedy bit that I laughed
Yeah.
at. That I was like, yeah, it's okay. I can acknowledge that.
That's crazy. That's so dumb. You got arrested for cybersecurity attacks and then you start working with the FBI? That's cool as fuck. Why are you crying that this guy...
That's what I mean about the crying in this movie. A lot of people cry, and I don't understand.
Well, it's just like living a lie. You lived with someone for years or whatever. You don't know who they are, what they
But
do.
also, that's the thing is, how long were they together? And then she asks him like, what his occupation is. Like, what do you do for a living?
Also,
Well,
they
So
said-
like, how do you not know?
They said they were together for 3 months.
I don't know how long it was,
No,
but
I
I
don't
think they
remember.
said that in the room.
like I was gonna say I know people that have jobs like that. No, I don't. No, but like I know that's a thing that you can't. I've seen in documentaries where it's like certain people have jobs that like they just can't tell their family about. Like,
Yeah, there's no way these like what's it called? What's the company called? Like Techron or something?
no, it was like a
Vortex?
Vortex.
Which I thought it was a play on
There's no
SpaceX.
way
Yeah, that's what I
Vortex
thought.
can keep this secret. They're very incompetent. I think they're making mistakes constantly. And the only reason like they could have used their like mind swapping power a lot and they didn't. And I know there's like a health toll, but like other people can
because I kind of
I
viewed
don't
it
know.
like
They're also like bumbling idiots. So like they don't account for the police that might be chasing them.
because it seems like this stuff was coordinated and planned way before that cardinal bird or whatever the hell that red bird was that went into the like the Hugo, I guess his name is Coleman Domingo's character. Seems like
Yeah.
he planned this a long time ago. Like he knew about everything pretty much.
That
Why did he
Hugo
know
guy.
about everything?
Yeah, the Hugo. That's truly. How does he know about her
Well,
experiences?
also that guy knew too. It's because of all the
Oh, you know
alien
what? Hold
encounters.
on.
They've
I
all
think-
known about.
I think they do explain it because they do have an alien they actually captured. Maybe, but then again, they can't understand what the alien's saying. They can't. So I don't. Maybe that doesn't make any sense.
no,
But they also, for some reason, recreated Emily Blunt's whole house when only the bedroom mattered.
I think it was.
save some money there. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
But also, I feel like they didn't.
It's very
The
Steven
story
Spielberg.
very quickly exited the bed. Maybe it's just to instigate like her memories. I could buy that. But what about the guy? What about the guy's
I know
memory? Why'd you just trigger Emily Blunt's? Well, what about the guy's house? He doesn't matter.
Well, it seemed like. Yeah, I don't know.
How did
Because he didn't.
She was more the.
main character?
She was like the main one out of the. out of
That's
the
why I
two.
think she should have had everything and not split into two, which is just bizarre to me.
Well, it's about human connection.
Oh.
So having a male and female makes them powerful.
Yeah, no, it's very much about connection. That's why they had that scene in the train where he was trying to calm her down. It's all about trying to feel empathy, connection, and all that. But
Another part that I found
I want aliens.
incredibly dumb was when he was outside of the farmhouse and she's inside. They know they're wanted by the police. He's leaving her alone. Why? And then He has a phone call. He takes it, hangs up. He's in the field. He sees that crop circle. Now she's inside being possessed after the call. And it's so fucking long. Why isn't he coming back? What is he doing? He just stand, and then they cut back to him. He's just standing in the field again. I'm like, what the fuck is he doing in this field for so long?
What was the part when the
he was trying
grass separates?
Yeah.
What I don't
know.
understand is why did he keep Jane
Could just be a
along?
timing thing.
Like he knows that the main bad guy is able to mind swap with her because it just happened in the car.
Yeah.
Yet he goes to the motel with her, and like I know they kind of strapped her, but like why not blindfold her too, or keep her in a different room? So like she immediately like you're supposed to be a super genius fucking mathematician here, and you're making like. Eventually, he gets rid of Jane, but like it could have happened right after the farmhouse.
It was also so stupid too, because they're like, "Oh, we'll take a precaution," and then you're like, "Oh, they're gonna stop it." Doesn't do anything. Like it's like, holy fuck, these people are dumb.
See, I also didn't. I kind of view it as I think you guys are just overanalyzing too much.
This is what I was thinking when I was watching the movie, though.
This is a movie, and these are plot holes.
Here's what I wanted.
I don't know if it's
because I didn't want all this emotional, like,
their convenience,
human connection. I wanted the movie's called Disclosure Day. I wanted just like Mulder and Scully looking FBI agents covering shit up, and then this guy trying to like get the secrets out there. Mm-hmm. I didn't need all this like Emily Blunt's like mind control, psychic powers. This is all like Steven Spielberg stuff that I'm not interested in. So I want Disclosure Day.
That's what I was gonna say. I think we were okay with it. This is like the Nosferatu thing. I feel like we were okay with the emotional like atmosphere stuff, whatever of Nosferatu and all that. With this is kind of similar, but I guess you wanted more of the.
I'm a heartless bastard.
No.
So when they were crying, I was
you wanted more
eyes.
like Roswell.
I wanted like how you could practically keep this a secret in a movie, and like I wanted the movie serious. I didn't want slapstick comedy. I didn't want like human empathy and all that stuff, which is like it reminds me of that Interstellar movie, which is really good until it starts talking about love and love connects us all, and
it just makes
also
it more.
Super dumb. The whole movie was just the guy wanting to get that information out there. Could have done it a billion times.
Oh yeah, they didn't explain the internet thing.
Who gives a fuck?
They talk about the internet thing right away in the beginning of the movie, and then he says, "Whatever you don't upload to the internet." Why not? They didn't explain it. I don't think.
Well, it's just
not only that, he got away. Just drop to a news station.
I can understand if they established that the news stations have this new thing that could detect fake videos, so only the public only believe it if it goes through the news stations. That's why you got to get the local one to send to others. But they don't even say that in the movie.
I think he just trusted Hugo with
but that's
what he was supposed to do.
I just don't. Yeah, exactly. Again. But I like why not upload a backup of all these videos to your Google Drive?
Which he wasn't like a he didn't do it. I don't think he did it by himself. Like he was working with Hugo the whole time.
Yeah, so, I just don't understand the internet.
I think that was the plan.
Like, I'm not overlooking shitty writing in this movie. Like, there's so many parts where they make so many people idiots. So many.
There's also, I don't know why the USB drives look alien when they're just USB drives. So why do they look all fancy and crazy like they're from a spaceship? It could just be regular drives. Also, why do they like, it's 64 gigs. I saw the video transfer. 64 gigs of files. You need one of those sticks. You need 20 sticks of USB drives.
Yeah. But he said it was 72 years.
But they saw the file transfer, 62 gigabytes. So like, unless like, couldn't you copy it all to one little drive?
That's what I mean. But I feel like that stuff's just being way too picky.
I don't know. Like,
you're not. You're discrediting laziness.
It makes it more safe because you have multiple drives. So it's like if someone stole one, then someone says AI if they watch it. But there's 7 others that are actually way more realistic.
Like each drive must have like 2 gigabytes.
I know, but some people can say that one look kind of fake.
Yeah.
Like that's what I mean though. If you're criticizing a movie of being like, well, that shouldn't have been that many gigabytes. Or like
no, I mean like why like everybody's used a USB drive in their life, and like there's most of them go over 64 gigs, and like I don't need why you need 20 of them, and like don't you think carrying 20 drives is difficult when you're trying to sneak out of a secret facility? Like rub one, shove it up your ass, and leave, and they won't ever find you.
See? Also, it makes it more difficult to that scene go.
See, if you're a director, a writer, and a storyteller, you have to think of these things, and you have to cut good answers for them.
I guess I think down to it.
I think some stuff is like makes sense. Like there's just conveniences. They're annoying.
Like why the
no movie's perfect, but
why the big part was she got mind controlled in the hotel, and they found out because for some reason this guy's holding a piece of paper with the address in his hand, sleeping like this, and showing the address. What the fuck is that?
I can't remember what the reason.
Also, I feel like he
wrote
wrote himself into a plot hole when he made the nerd guy get captured, and then they just like, oh shit, how do we get him out of there? Okay, Emily Blunt could walk in, grab him, and then walk out.
Yeah,
I know
I think there was
to it, but like I also don't believe her like mind control stuff.
It's really funny because I didn't see that scene and don't laugh.
No, I think there was too much definitely with the taking over people, mind control stuff like from the government or whatever. I think that it was just used a bit too much where I was like, hey, this is getting ridiculous. Like, but
Yeah,
Like I said, this movie had tonality problems because if you're going to be a drama, be a drama. If you're going to be a drama comedy, do that.
Where's the Men in
Too
Black?
sporadic.
They could have had the like the Men in Black in here too, but that's just something. Just because that could be.
I know. Yeah, like
no, see, I don't view it as a tone issue. I think this is Spielberg's brand. Like this is a Spielberg movie. Like
that's funny.
I don't think so.
It's like Men in Black. Those agents in Men in Black are way more serious than these guys. They know how to keep shit done and keep secrets.
Well, those are pretty good actors.
Which is funny because that's a comedy.
Pretty good actors.
So yeah,
I think it is just a mix of like what this movie was marketed as too.
I guess I
feel like if Spielberg wasn't the director of this, then people would like it way more because it wouldn't be.
I don't think so.
For me, I agree. I think there's too many Spielbergisms in this, and I don't like his stuff.
I don't think this is Spielbergism. I've seen his good indie movies. I've like Indiana Jones. I've seen his E.T. movies. The guy can make a plot, and like Indiana Jones has a tone. It has that comedy throughout. It's fun and it's whatever. This movie had literal slapstick comedy for like 5 minutes after we just went through all these crazy scenes of people crying and going through their old mental trauma, and then you cut right to fucking literally a Daffy Duck fucking
But I also think like that's also different. I think making Disclosure Day an alien movie like this is just totally different from making like Indiana Jones, which is like a kids movie, you know.
Well, they're not kids movies, 100%.
This movie's unique.
Well, I don't know, they're kind of.
But I'm saying that I'm not comparing them to movies. I'm comparing them to tone. I'm saying Indiana Jones has a consistent tone throughout. This does not.
I don't know.
This seems like it has identity crises for no reason. Because cut those parts out. The movie's better. You don't have to be in there.
Yeah, there's some parts that are just kind of like, I'm not sure if I should be laughing right now. Maybe. I just don't know.
And so many plot holes could have been fixed if he said he wanted them alive. So many.
Yeah. Also, they say...
Well, I don't think he wanted them alive.
I don't quite understand what...
Yeah, I know. He said he wanted to kill him. That's why...
Scene where the main villain's like, don't shoot because he has the device, and if he crunches his wrist or whatever, it'll activate. But like, would he go invisible, or he'll like mind, or he'll almost mind swap, and then he'll go like and fall over. Like, there's no danger.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
So why not shoot him? Why not shoot him in the legs?
Why not shoot him any of those other times?
The fucking head. Who? Right, the nerd guy, when he was first escaping from that room in the very beginning of the movie, the main villain's like, don't shoot him. He has the thing in his hand. But like, we know what the thing does, and none of it is I'm just gonna detonate.
No, I think they just didn't know what, because he had that thing. He could have done a lot with it, or I don't know. I'd have to watch that and like really look at what that meant overall. But
yeah, because when he was gonna go steal the car, right, and then he finally takes it, they're shooting at him. They break a window. They show that these aren't bulletproof glass windows. The minute that they get close, guns don't exist. Like, they had ARs, they had handguns. Like I said, he runs into the house. He's outside in the open, and a guy is literally behind him. He's like, "Oh, I just didn't catch you."
Well, I mean, like, even Indiana Jones, even Star Wars, like, their stormtroopers suck at aiming. To me, it's like, that's just what it is.
Yeah, but those have way more of a consistent comedic tone.
I don't know.
I guess when it comes down to it, I just personally, for me, I was not entertained by it, and I wanted it to be more about the aliens and less about human empathy and sympathy and like love. And I wanted like cold hard, like, these are aliens and they've been like fucking hiding from us because the government's been hiding this shit and hoarding the technology. Like, that's what I wanted, but I forgot this is a Spielberg film and he's not going to do that.
Yeah, and I think for me, I would have liked some of that, but I really liked how it made people question.
I'm buying this movie on Blu-ray when it comes out.
Yeah,
I don't think it made anybody question anything.
and just like I don't know, I like that religious overall philosophical. Like I love the philosophical meaning to it all.
I think the religious stuff wasn't handled well. I feel like most Christians aren't going to be like, oh yeah, of course.
Well, I don't think the religious was the main thing either, though. I think it was like a part of it. I think mostly it was everything. It was just a question.
I think
of
it could have just but then again, I don't know.
But when they had her original reasoning, I understood it. She's like, God said, "There's only one supreme beings, and it's us," and that makes her question. Yeah, there's not supposed to be anybody better than us. We're the supreme beings. But then the answer to that question is just that she's dumb and that she doesn't know the verse. And she has fucking dedicated her whole ideal and ideology on this fact that she thinks she knows this verse. And she just forgot a word. And it's like, that's so stupid.
I think they shouldn't have addressed the religion at all.
Like, I don't think she was basing it off, like, I don't think she's, like, remembering the verse specifically. And, like,
that's exactly what happened.
It was like a lot of people just believe kind of what she was saying, that, like, we're the most important things in the universe. And they don't believe aliens are real.
She was quoting a point to the Bible, and it's when she explains it to him in the room, and that's her exact explanation.
Yeah,
because we're supposed to be the only supreme beings.
Like you can view it as like, I guess, cheesy. I feel like.
Yeah,
I don't think it's.
I would say
like for her to be like, oh no, it's on Earth.
Wait, the problem is there's a million religions out there, and like they don't all have that one saying in it. So I feel like they should not even address the religion thing in this, because it doesn't make sense with like anything other than Christianity. And then, I don't know, like
that. Okay,
yeah,
I understand it can be in Christianity. Why? Because that's her religion, so it's shaking her up. So I can get that. That's her personal battle that she's dealing with. But like I said, I don't understand how the entire thing... It's like if you watched a movie where the guy's whole thing was that he thought that this guy said it, but then at the end of the movie, you find out he didn't say that. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I guess we're just like Nosferatu, where it's on opposite sides here.
Yeah.
This happens sometimes.
Yeah, I've been going for like an hour.
Yeah, we've kind of been going in circles a little bit here, but you've heard our takes on this. And
hot takes.
We gave our ratings initially. I don't think I would change mine exactly, because in the end, like, even if I didn't agree with stuff or stuff that was cheesy, I just did not have fun watching it. Like, I wasn't. A movie should entertain me, and I wasn't. So I would give it 4 out of 10.
It's some fun at some parts, but I don't know. I even talked.
I like the ending. Like, I didn't hate the movie. Like, I love the. Like, you didn't like but I like the alien reveal and all that. That was what the best. I didn't like the anchor crying and all that, but like I liked all the alien shit that we're showing. That was cool. And like the alien they wheeled out, that's awesome. They say like the only way people can believe in aliens is if they get wheeled out. So there was kind of reference to that.
You know that movie with what's that movie called? Tomorrowland, I think, with George Clooney, in it. Or
I never saw that.
This movie feels almost like that a little bit, but it's not. It's not that though. But it feels like that is almost what it was kind of going for a little bit. But when you have the title Disclosure Day and you see how serious it is in the trailers and stuff, it doesn't seem like that type of movie, but I feel like the plot is really a lot of that.
Yeah, probably right.
But I knew what I was getting into with this movie. I did.
I think I went in just hoping it was going to be more of what I described earlier.
See, I had no issue with the pacing. For me, I checked the time at one point to see how long we were. 2 hours in. Then I think I knew the movie was 2.5 hours. So I was like, hey, we had 20, 30 minutes, and it was perfect because we were like at this moment where I was like, hey, now they're going to start to get into the. I was when they were arriving at the news station. I was like, hey, perfect, we have enough time. Then, See,
and to me, things can feel like it's going on a good pace. So I don't think that the pacing was off, but I do think it was too long. Because like I feel like the second chase didn't need to happen, and at the end, and I don't mean I liked the TV footage. I like that. I liked when the alien came out. I thought that was all good. My issue was that they showed alien footage. They went to her on the thing, and she's like, "Oh, we don't know." And then AI checked, then more alien footage. Then she's like, "This is crazy." And then it was back alien footage, and they repeated that like 18 times.
Because she's shocked, she's shocked and wait.
Yeah, but we get it.
Yeah, but it's hard to believe though as a human.
Like, it's very much like you believability.
It's like there's no way this is true, and you keep watching, you're like, wow.
Then
it comes from the perspective. Like I do think that most news stations would not look at like the feed that they're given and be like, listen, World War. Like they're not going to like put the alien stuff on. They're going to be like, World War III is more important.
Yeah,
we might get nuked soon, and you're showing me like AI generated. Like, get that shit out of here. I'm trying to. I don't know. I don't. It's very idealistic, and like everybody's going to be doing that.
I do because nobody knows it's real. You know what I mean? You have to convince them to switch from World War III to, hey, we think we got alien shit. They wouldn't change.
I just don't understand the World War III background.
Cover crazy ass shit. I think the World War III thing is just a commentary on the state of the world right now, where a lot of people feel like we're going that direction and things are going to get really bad.
If they tied it in, like I said earlier, by like, okay, she's going to unite us or the alien will, then it'll be perfect. But as right now, it's just kind of like, oh yeah. By the way, the zombie apocalypse in the background, just ignore that.
Like to me, this movie thematically is about we're all one, and there's things bigger than us out there, and all these things we should try love one another.
I think you're right. I think it's very much an emotional movie. When it didn't really work for me because I didn't want an emotional movie. I don't watch emotional movies. I watch movies for the plot.
you always fast forward.
Exactly. Yeah, you're right. Whenever I'm watching movies, I usually skip 30 seconds whenever there's a lot of scenes where they're just crying while they're looking at alien stuff.
You're not getting the full experience of that movie.
I really like emotional movies. I watch a lot. My issue was inconsistent tone, weird comedy, explanations that were not good.
I guess that's true. Like I'm not like I watched A Wild Robot. Great movie. Very emotional. And I think it worked. Emotions worked in that. I just think the emotion and stuff in here, I don't know, it's like believability and like...
It just depends if you value certain emotions.
I think I was just not in the right mindset.
Like maybe you guys just don't value the messages the movie was trying to...
I think I just didn't believe the world that this movie took place in. I didn't believe the people. I didn't believe that she would just be able to like give a bunch of USB drives and like talk to the manager and then like just like, oh yeah, we're gonna like shove this and then like send it to everybody in the world. Like I don't think that's gonna. I just don't believe it. I have a problem believing that.
Yeah, like I said, I liked parts. I definitely liked the religion thing until it was ruined. I liked a lot of the. I liked some action in this. The car chases were fun, but once again, got ruined with comedy. I liked when they were focusing on the drama shit, but it was ruined by different stuff and terrible explanations and out of place comedy and Emily Blunt's performance. She was acting her fucking ass off in this movie, and I'm like, you're believable as fuck. And holy shit, I could watch you act in this movie all day, but her like I don't know, her performance can't carry the weight of bad writing to me.
Okay, so
all I'll say is Rotten Tomatoes 70-80%. So I don't know.
Yeah, that's critics. Nobody trusts them.
No, it's audience too.
75.
Yeah, it's I guess regardless of that, it just didn't work. Okay, let's wrap this up. But let's just give our short little takes on it. For me, I just had issues with believability, and maybe I guess I wanted something else from this movie, and I didn't believe the world that this movie took place in. It felt like a cartoon, and a lot of times, so that didn't work for me. So let's go. I guess first or Brandon. let's go counterclockwise. So Forrest, give your take on.
I don't know. I feel like
just a quick summary of everything.
To me, I enjoyed the movie. I think this is something that those last 20-30 minutes, about 20 minutes, just once they get to the news station, I would watch. Because I view it as, if that was happening on CNN, I think all of us would sit there and watch it. Like everything. Be insane. Yeah. I don't know. I enjoyed it. Good, fun alien movie. I feel like.
Right. Yeah. What about you? Your general thoughts on the movie?
I thought it was a powerful movie. Like I like the human connection. I thought it was like unique. It's not like a typical movie like you're expecting.
Okay.
With these weird shades.
So you liked it?
Yeah, and I
watch ET, right?
And I think the ending. I think the movie got better as it went on. Like especially the ending. I think that's how it would be on the news. Yeah. I think it would be like. I think it'd be like an emotional, like humanity moment. Like that's what I think.
Okay.
It would destroy. It'd be an insane thing for the world.
So I give it 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. Yeah. Right.
To me, it got worse as it went on because I think that they had so many good startups for things and they landed flat with explanations. And that scene at the end at the news station could be so fucking powerful, but then they ruined it with things like having that guy give up for no reason, telling him not to shoot him, just leave, and then droning on and showing too much stuff and dragging it out. And
because she had that effect on him, right? The woman.
What effect? Yeah. So, and then fucking the news people telling them to switch over to alien stuff out of nowhere, and instead of World War III, they do switch to it, which is insane to me. And then characters just absolutely being dumb. ruined it. So I'm giving it a 3.
So amongst the empty minds, quite divisive. I think maybe people generally like it, but I don't know. It depends on where you look, and I don't fucking know with this movie. But you heard our thoughts, you heard our rants. I vented everything I want to say about the movie. I think I probably enjoyed Scary Movie 6 more, even though that's lower. Now that I talk about this movie,
insane.
I think Scary Movie 6 is probably a little bit more fun, even though I didn't find it too funny. It's still bad. Yeah. But yeah, you heard it all.
I rated Scary Movie on the fun scale, by the way. If I rate him on the same scale, Scary Movie would be lower than Disclosure Day.
All right. Well,
The movie was beautiful.
thank you for watching. Maybe I'll make segments and shorts out of this.
Now disclose the size. Disclose everybody's size.
What did they disclose, anyways?
The size. They're children. Anyways,
Disclosure.
have a good night. This started with popcorn. Look where we went.